there, keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Absolutely, 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Wilson leaves this one with Penny.
Wilson
give him 9 on the carry.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as complete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And it's 3rd and short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. Give yourself your best chance to win. Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to pick it. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, Wilson being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the ball ends up out of bounds. Sort of inside his face mask there. The look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. To try again after the sack. Wilson buying time to his left. And on the left sideline,
interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here we go. Slide. Check. Good play. Check.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Yep. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays hold. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. I think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again.
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Then 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, RODGERS. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. L.J. Collier able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
As we count down to the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots to the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Short throw to Disley.
Wilson's
That catch good for only a yard. See, during the decade that just wrapped up, and during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was that last.
Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And in 7 from the 23. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out.
On 1st down, Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of
first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And that'll make it 13-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it. This is DJ Reed returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first.
Lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. Maybe throw another touchdown. That'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Play action. Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Prone, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's Wilson to throw. On the move to his left. And his throw's going to be out.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Second time he's fumbled in this
team to continue to get opportunities. Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they...
From the gun, a give to Penny. And no room that time. Getting it. Only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one to Swain, complete.
Wilson's pass.
The reception good for...
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's game. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, they set up the screen to Penny. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now he's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit.
Fun pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Travis Homer, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the eye. Good play. Slam. Check three.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Seahawks 21. Packers.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, but it'll be 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Throwing again, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is charity for each interception that he threw.
Big stop. Let's go. 36 power.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Wilson flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he shot Quandre with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Wilson on 3rd down, being chased out left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good, not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that'll push the lead up to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that. Mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now.
And they've disrupted already for 3 INTs.
5-yard line.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Packers going to use half number one. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer. And final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers again now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Randall Cobb, a touchdown reception. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's Reed returning. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. His eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down. Even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter, leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now it's Penny. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's caught by Penny. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker.
As we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, a run with Dallas. And nothing doing. At 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard 3rd down play. And we're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run this with Homer. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said.
There's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Homer. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really low.
Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Number 16.
Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25. You look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year. Impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer. Offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing over the middle. And
Drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Funchess.
Rodgers a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Rodgers to throw once more. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by 10 at the 38.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball to the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target. Figured out where the blitz was coming from and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Give me some. Give me some. Shoot.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete.
Well, there on 1st down, he located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
And he puts it through. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will these guys right around 20 or under that. If they were going to have a chance, it was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
Cross midfield now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. And 1.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard.
Seahawks, first down.
The delay of game. Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at
a 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
4-yard line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want
to loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
There defensively.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 56, the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the
Rodgers again now. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers pass.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down to that.
Defensive back, and they put over 350 yards on you. You've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
The ball carrier.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
win 2.
You're without a doubt. And 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they faked the run.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed.
And someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Nothing at all.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They draw the field and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. We get a look at Equinemius St. Brown as he and the rest of the crew march out onto the field. So glancing attention, they've been able to hone in on him, shut him down a bit.
He certainly did get their attention, and that's the ultimate compliment for a player. That when you come out in the second half, all of a sudden there's extra guys around you, there are different coverages rolled your way. That means you've done something really well. Now find a way to beat the new defenses he's facing.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's taken down in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.